I'd say I've always been a fan of the MMA world, and ever since back in the day we used to have a padded garage and we used to go in there and wrestle and train and started sponsoring some smaller fighters, and just always been a fan of the sport. And I think I used to think dirt bikers were tough, you know, and started training with these guys. I'm like, these dudes are the tough guys. They're the gnarly guys who train hard. They're like the ultimate athlete. And so I just enjoyed training that way and got into wrestling and jiu-jitsu and boxing and kickboxing, and just love it. It's like such a good way to train. And I have a lot of stress, you know, with business and just everything, you know, family, just life, and go in there and train, and it's just like you come out and feel way better. And I think it teaches you a lot of discipline, so I enjoy it. I have been training off and on for like since, had to be the late 90s. So it's been a while, you know, 10, 15 years.
Nice.
I've never, I guess there's months I spent just months training, because there was one point where I wanted to do a fight, just like a pancreas fight, and then I ended up breaking my femur on a dirt bike and kind of hit reality. I was like, you just ride my dirt bike. But in the end, I love it. I enjoy training. It's fun. And I would say, you know, I got into training for at first, you know, 10, 15 years ago, we were young, you know, we were definitely a little rougher, and it was to learn skills and go fight for sure, and just be a guy, you know, and that's kind of how it started. And then over the years, I grew up, family and all that stuff, so now I train just to be fit and skills, keep the skills up, but it's good to have the self-defense, and, you know, you never know when you have to defend your family, or, you know, your kids, or, you know, it's good to have those skills, I think.
Good extension. Six, push, 7, 8, 9, 10. The thing with Brian, he's always on the go, you know what I mean? So he's either riding or he's out there having a meeting or whatnot, and he's constantly burning calories, you know? So the thing with him is trying to keep the weight on, because his metabolic rate and his genetic, you know, predisposition, he just is always lean. So we come in here, we try to slow it down a little bit, and you know, try and bang out some weight and keep some size on and stay strong. So
yeah, it's different, way different than when I used to race. More about just lifting heavy weights and getting stronger, and still ride dirt bikes, so I hit the ground, I don't want to break bones. So. Yeah.
Okay, let's lie on her back. Okay, up. Left, right. Up. 2. Up. 3. 9. Hit. Perfect.
Oh yeah, you think you know, I broke my femur in 5 spots, both ankles, both wrists a few times, shoulders, back. Imagine if I didn't work out, you know, like there's been those months that I've been hurt and sat around, like it almost just feels like your body decays, you know, and just like, I have to be active every day, otherwise I just start cramping up and my aches hurt really bad, so wherever I broke bones, so I feel way better working out every day, and that's what's extended my career, you know. At this point, you know, a lot of people would be tapering off. I'm just getting going, and like car racing and all the 4-wheel stuff, like I'm in way better shape than most of those guys, so yeah, for sure. I have like a long future in that, so it's good.
Those heels up. There we go. Up, bad baby, up. Small. Good. Drive up. On those heels, up. Forward. Good job, be up. Good. Let's go up. 5 more. Come on, get it. 6. Up. 7. Push all the way up. 8 to the roof. Up. 9. One more. 7. 8. Up. 9. One more. Up. Yeah. Perfect. 25 again.
Well, you know what? I've had the fortunate experience to work with a wide range of different athletes, whatnot. Everywhere from football to MMA to supercross, freestyle. All in all, well-roundedness, I mean, he's got to be probably the most versatile. And it shows in his career, too, from doing, you know, stepping up and doing Ellis Mania and, you know, duking it out with Mira, to going out and banging out with the best freestyle guys, you know, to go ahead and doing back-to-back season championships for off-road truck race and, you know, rally, the whole thing. So he's just a really good student, you know, but definitely helps that he's an overall well-developed athlete. Not only that, he's got that old Nebraska mentality, you know, just works hard, you know. So while all these other guys are just the earrings and, you know, all fashionably, you know, walking around like Hollywood, he's out there, he don't care. Kind of does that, so it's kind of cool, you know. So yeah, he's awesome, 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 awesome. There we go.
Five, baby, up, 6, up, 7, almost like, come on, up, 8, 9, up, 10, up, 11, baby, good job.
Man, I say, you know, after a full career of coming from the amateur ranks, you know, winning amateur titles on mini bikes and coming up, you know, turning pro and actually won a supercross, I got to see that world, you know, and I walked away from it to do freestyle, but came back to racing. Now we sponsor a team, the Star Team, and, you know, I see it, you know, I was there once too, but, you know, I see these kids, you know, so many kids at the race with talent and so many good racers, and I always tell the kids, and what's going to separate you from that other kid is you just got to work harder, man. You have to go out there, you're going to be the dude that outworks them. You know, not every kid's gifted with all the talent, and, you know, talent only takes you so far, so there's a point where you have to work. And nowadays, these top 3 guys, they work so hard, and to even think you're going to get a chance at hitting a podium, you better work really hard, and that's what the sport has come to, you know. It's the way it's always been. You know, those top dudes are always the guys that work the hardest, so, you know, the only thing I could say to those guys is that there's no cheating it. Bottom line is get to the gym, work out hard, ride the motos, and, you know, and go and be that person that's, you know, a good personality also. Go out there and talk to everyone and be a guy that doesn't go hide in the back of the truck, and, you know, be out there and associate with people. And I think that's what makes the well-rounded athlete of today. A lot of these kids coming up, and I think it has a lot to do with parenting and the people's. It doesn't always have to be your parents, but you can be mentored by, you know, people. It's about surrounding yourself with good people, and you know, everyone's going to tell you, you know, the right thing to do, and it's whether you want to do it or not. And, you know, I was there once, I didn't listen, you know, I did it the hard way, and you don't always get a second chance. You know, there's guys out there that you have your chance. It's all right in front of you. Come right out of the amateur ranks, and you know, that ride's there. You know, if you got that ride, you usually only get that one shot, and you got to take it. You know, there's not many shots out there, especially nowadays, and don't throw it away. It's so important that you just, trust me, you're not going to get that chance again. Before you know it, you'll be 25, you'll be old news, you'll be, you know, you'll be 30, it's over. Like, it's crazy, you know, you can't waste time. Coaching's everything, you know. For me, going into car racing, I would never be where I'm at without surrounding myself with the guys that have already been there, already won it, had the ups and downs. Be smart. Don't learn it your way because it's going to take way too much time. Go to the guys who have already done it. Mainly the guys who've done it and won, champions. Those are the guys you want to talk to. Pick their brain. Any chance you get to talk to those guys and learn how they did it, you know, it's going to cut your learning curve so quick. And, you know, coaching's everything nowadays. You're going to get so far by yourself, but you have to learn from all the others too. And I think that the best guy is the guy who picks a little bit from everyone and then applies it to themselves, and that's what's going to make the champion. I mean, I'm not mentioning names, but look at the guys out there that had the factory ride right out of the amateur ranks. You know, had everything, big salaries, this, that, lost it all. You know, they, you know, basically were thought partying or this, that was funner, and, you know, everyone surrounds them because everyone's going to pick at you that doesn't have anything going. They're, oh, he's got a little money, he's got a little fame, they're going to cling on to you, and all they're doing is pulling from you and disintegrating you. And before you know it, you have nothing and they're gone. And you're sitting there going, man, where did it all go? And, you know, if you're lucky, you'll crawl back and work hard and, you know, come back from nothing and get another shot. And there's a few guys out there I see that have done that right now, and they've come back and, you know, their talent's so good and they finally applied it, and it's just like, man, if you had only done that from the get-go, man, you'd be so much richer, so much better off. Like, you'd have so much more, but some people have to learn the hard way. It's easy for me to say it. I mean, geez, it's like, you know, I don't know. I see it. But, you know, I'm not the perfect example by no means, you know, but I think I have a pretty good idea nowadays of what's going on.
Well, in a lot of ways, you are the perfect example because you're the kid that came out here and thought you knew everything in the world, and you know, now you've come around and now you've learned, and now you're trying to get that advice down to the kids and go, don't do what you can do what I did, but you can do it a little bit smarter and maybe be a little bit more successful over the long run. So
yeah, exactly. I guess it is true. You know, I guess I did learn the hard way.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks, man.